We live. Where are we? I think we're live. We're live. Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Had one of those calls come in at the same time. It was going live, everything locked up. Okay. Today is Thursday, June 10th. Thursday, June 10th, 2021. You know what Thursday means? Thursday is Knee Club Day here at the Knee Pain Guru. We have Knee Club tonight at 5 p.m. For those that want to get in on that, I will put the link in here. But I wanted to share with you, I had a call with somebody who had a consultation this morning with me. They were out of New York, a mother of a 2-year-old little boy, and struggling with arthritis. And this whole inspiration for this video came out of that conversation. And there was something that she said in that conversation that really struck me. And the part that struck me was she was diagnosed with arthritis. The doctor, they did the Lockman's test to determine that all the ligaments are intact. And the doctor said, okay, you got arthritis. She had a conversation with her physical therapist. The physical therapist was like, well, that's just what happens when you get older, and everybody's like that. And the doctor is saying, you have arthritis. We're going to give you, do physical therapy, but they were going to give her the same exercises as she had for her back pain. So there's a little bit of a disconnect as far as how, if the knees hurt, how are the exercises for the back going to benefit the knees? So there was that. She shared that with me. And then there was also the doctor had suggested that, well, you can get a cortisone shot and we can get you in a month. And this woman is like, she owns her own business. She's got a 2-year-old little boy. They're in one of the states that they're still doing the lockdown stuff. So she's like, I got to do something now. I'm not going to wait a month in pain and not be able to exercise and dance and do all the other things she likes to do. I want to be able to do something now. And this is where we got into the conversation of understanding what the conventional medical model is really good at, which is something's broken or torn in the knee. We need them there to help fix what is broken or torn in the knee. But if nothing is broken or torn in the knee, and they're just going to put a Band-Aid on things and not really address the underlying source, then what are we doing? Like, what really are we doing? If they're going to give you the same exercises for the back as they would for the knees, then there's a level of distinction and nuance that the Western medical model isn't capable of showing up with. And this is important if you want to get better with what you have going on with your knees. We have to be able to have a nuanced conversation. Nuanced meaning like it's not A or B. It's not black or white. There's a number of different nuances in your path out of pain. That's why I do these videos, because you have to be in that frame of mind in order for me to be able to help you. My program isn't going to be able to help you if you're going to go and think I'm going to give you different exercises than the physical therapist, yet they're going to be kind of the same. No, we have to drastically look at something different in order to get you the results that you're looking for. I heard this awesome quote the other day. Oh, by the way, we got some people here online. If you have questions, please enter those in the comment section. I'll be happy to address those, whatever you have going on with your knees. But there was this quote I heard the other day. Oh, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe. What do they say? Smash the like button. Turn on notifications for future videos. The quote that I heard the other day was, I don't want you to trust in me or trust in the program. because that isn't what this is about. It's about you trusting in yourself. It's about you hearing what a doctor says and they say, well, I'm going to give you the same exercises as I would for your back as for your knees. And on some level, you're going to go, that doesn't make any sense. Yet, because of the position they hold in your mind, you will go, oh, okay, well, go back to physical therapy again and put your knees back into the same pain that you're trying to get out of. You'll have the same people, like I've worked with people before they started working with my program, clients that work with my program that would say they had to take prescription drugs in order to make it through physical therapy. Think about that one. They had to numb the pain enough to make it through the pain that the physical therapist was pushing them through. In what reality does that make sense? If you want your knees out of pain, you want your life back, you got to look at what you're being told and go and gut check it. Gut check it means that intuition, the sixth sense, that part of you that's going up, that's BS. No, that's not right. Yet, so many people will forego that and go, oh, it's covered by insurance. They'll go for a $50,000 knee replacement surgery to get the bones in their leg cut off and replaced with plastic and metal, and thinking somehow that's going to be better than understanding the patterns that are going on in their knees or in their body that led to that way. Now, I get it. If you don't think you have another option, yeah, you'd opt for that. But after watching these videos, you no longer have that excuse. Is this making sense on some level? It's got to. And here's what happens. Here's how you know it makes sense. Because you get pissed off. You'll get pissed off at what I say. Because there's truth in what I'm saying. And truth is going to come in conflict with the reality that you currently live. And you're going to go, okay, well, no. Damn it. I'm going to close this window. But there's going to be a seed planted in your mind that you know you're hearing truth here. And that's where people struggle. They'll say, I'm not saying anything. I get it every day. The trolls on the internet, I get them. I've heard them all. They'll default to, well, what's your background? You're not saying anything. Show me something. Because you don't believe yourself. And I'm pointing to you that all of the healing in your body lies within your body's ability to heal itself. That if your knees aren't feeling better, then you're doing something that is causing them to hurt. You accept that, you'll do fine with the program. Well, we can't continue doing stuff that doesn't work without the correct mindset. In order for that to shift, you have to have a different mindset in order to go in that direction so your knees get better. That's the reality of it. That's why alcoholics can't go back to the bar and hang out with their old friends. They can't do it because the temptation is too great. Let's see what we got here. Will night plant like good tomato make your arthritis bad? Maybe. Maybe. We don't know. How does your body react when you eat the tomato? And this is where we need to begin to test. We need to test. What happens when you clean your diet up for a few days and then you eat the tomato? What do your knees feel like? Maybe we need to clean it up for longer than that. Is it just tomatoes or is it other nightshades? And this is where people make mistakes in the process of getting out of pain, because they only take the first step. They'll try tomatoes. But they don't try it after they'll try the tomatoes and their knee, they don't notice the change in their knees. Or they try tomatoes and the knee pain gets worse. Or they try tomatoes and the knee pain gets better. This was the question that came in. I'll post this. I forgot to click on the thing over here. So what happens is they just do the first step and they don't connect it with the bigger picture. It was something I heard the other day about a couple years ago about brain integration. And they were talking about how when we print letters and we pick the pen up and make another movement and pick the pen up and continue to print, there's a disconnect in the brain. There's not an integration of left brain, right brain going on. And when we write cursive, we're connecting, we're making that connection between the logical side and the creative side. And this is where I see people making mistakes in trying to get out of pain, because they try to do like the one-off thing. The tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to try eggplants. Okay, I'm going to try to cut out gluten. Okay, I'm going to try to, cut out dairy. Whatever that is, they're trying, but they're only doing one thing at a time, and then they're going back without connecting it to the other things that they're doing, without zooming out and getting a big picture of the landscape of what's going on in their body, in their mind, and in their emotions that is creating the pain that's going on in the knees. Is making sense? Okay, Vicky's typing in some questions here, which, by the way, we got some people. If you have questions, please enter those in. I'll be happy to answer them. Physical therapy exercise cannot cure my pain. It make it hurt more, and I discover it is in my tendon, not my knee pain. When I touch the tender too deeply and feel the pain. Okay. And Vicky is right. Like, right in the sense that we have to zero in on where the pain is originating from and create comfort in that area. And that, because we're talking about nerves, the width of an eyelash being squeezed, sending a signal to your brain that you have pain. Once we begin to get the pressure off of those nerves by changing the neurological state, by getting the pressure off of those nerves, working with the intrinsic movement of the joint. Once again, this is way nuanced. The doctors and the physical therapists don't know this. They don't know this because they aren't taught this. And they have no financial incentive to learn this. This is important. So why would they change? Unless you show up, which is the whole point of this video, and demand raise the bar, and you don't accept that, and you walk away, and it's like, I'm not going to wait a month for a cortisone shot. I'm not going to go do exercises that is going to inflame my knee and make it worse, cause it to wear faster. So Vicky is on the right track. However, we have to change the neurological signaling that's going on in the knee that changes how your body moves, changes how your body heals, changes how that tension shifts throughout the rest of your body, how you think about moving, how you feel about moving. It's all affected by the pain you feel in your knees. Okay, let's see. Vicky says, yes, I eat tomato and I don't feel pain. How do I do first step? But I try to eat it, did not feel right away, and just here it causes more arthritis. And this is how people get stuck in rabbit holes, because now we're having this extended conversation about tomatoes and we may not even be in the right room. Because if we get the pain off of the nerves in the knee that are causing the discomfort, we're having a different conversation. Because if you know what to do in this moment to get the pressure off of the nerves, working with the intrinsic movement of the joint, and the relief happens like that because the nerves fire at 286 miles per hour, we're working directly with the neurology, the nervous system, then what ends up happening is you get relief. And you gain more of an awareness of what's going on below that tension pattern that is going on in your knee that may be connected with your hips and lower back, or your ankles and feet, or your hamstrings and quads, or your shins and calves, or may even go up into your neck. We don't know. It's on the other side of comfort that we're gaining awareness to empower you with what to do next. That's why we got to be present with what's going on with your knee right now. So my question to Vicky in the context of my coaching program, Knee Club, is which tendon? Where? Inside of the knee, outside of the knee, front of the knee, back of the knee. There's tendons all around there. Does it hurt when you're going up steps or down steps? Does it hurt when you're twisting to the left or twisting to the right? Distinction, nuance, that's what's going to zero us in on exactly how to give relief in your knee right now. This level of distinction and nuance that leg extensions, leg curls, and leg raises will never get you. Distinction and nuance that a cortisone shot will never get you. Good stuff. Okay, let's see. What does Vicky say? I try to deeply massage, but it won't go away because massage doesn't change the neurological signaling that's going on in the knee. The massage just rubs what hurts, but not the right treatment. So my case is not my knee, but doctor claims it comes from my knee, but my knee, no pain. She says it's on the side of my feet, that tendon pain. Okay, well, your feet are, it all depends. We'd have to ask more questions. We have to get more specific as to what's going on. But let's see what we got here. If you have questions, type those in the comments section. If you want to know what to do next, you're like, hey, Bill, this sounds good. It's Thursday. It's Knee Club. I could jump in the Knee Club call at 5 o'clock Eastern time today. Yes, you can. So here's what you could do next. You can, well, first, you can go to my website, thekneepainguru.com. You can get on my newsletter list. Then you can also go, these are different options. You have choices. We all have choices. We always have choices. You can go schedule a time to speak with me about your knee. Now, this is not going to be like, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get you out of pain. This is going to be developing a strategy for how you're going to get out of pain if you're working with the conventional medical model, because the reality of it is sometimes you need medical intervention. However, when you're in pain, it's difficult to decipher through what the doctors and physical therapists are telling you, what your family and friends are telling you, what the alternative practitioner, holistic practitioner that you're working with locally is telling you. Or it would be best to work with me in my program. So we can decipher through all that in that appointment and figure out a strategy for you. And the third is join Knee Club. Now, all of these links that were just on the screen, they're all down in the description box below this video. You can click on those. It'll take you to the appropriate place, and you can join the newsletter if you want to do that, schedule an appointment if you want to do that, or join Neat Club, which are on Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's in a group format. Looks like Hollywood Squares. You got the people that show up and they ask questions. They say, Bill, my knee hurts, like Vicky was pointing out. So what she gave me is not enough for me to know where to point her to in the members area of my website. I would say it's on the side of my feet that the tendon pain. So which side of your feet, which knee, front of the knee, back of the knee, inside of the knee, outside of the knee. I have specific videos that will show you how to relieve the pain in that part of your knee, whatever that is. As long as I've got clarity, as long as you're willing to show up and share as far as what's going on with your knee, I could point you to the specific video that'll give you relief now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. And the idea is that begins to move and shift and change in your body. So you have a different quality, feeling of what's going on in your knee. You gain more awareness, which means, Bill, I didn't realize how tight my hamstrings are. Or I didn't realize how my back affected my knees. Or I didn't realize how much my knees and my feet were connected. And then we have specific videos in those other areas for your feet, for your shins, for your calves, for your hamstrings, for your quads. And we work with that until you get out of pain, which is we're establishing a solid foundation for your body to be out of pain. Then we're looking at supporting that healing process, which is looking at, like Vicky was talking about, her diet, looking at the diet, looking at water, looking at supplementation, looking at breathing, looking at what else? Breathing, mindset, stretching, exercise. But we don't go to exercise first. This is where the medical model jumps the shark. They go right from you sitting on the couch with RICE therapy, rest, ice, compression, and elevation, off the couch, right to exercise. There is a huge gap between you being on the couch, icing your knee, compressing it, elevating it, and you exercising. And this is what gets you stuck in the hamster wheel, in the loop that you never get out of pain. Because in order for your knee to hurt, you have to have some sort of neurological difference. You have to accept this. This is why the mindset's so important. When your knee hurts, things are firing in the wrong order in your movement. How you stand, how you sit, how you walk, how you lay down. It's neurologically different when you're in pain than when it's out of pain. So if you go into pain and now you have RICE therapy and you get up off the couch and now you're going to go exercise, or now you're going to go to physical therapy, and you haven't looked at the neurological pattern that got messed up as a result of the injury, the accident, the surgery, the trauma, then you're going to be right back in pain again. Okay, let's see what we got. Vicky says, both feet pain on side and give me those videos. Yes, join Knee Club. I will give you more videos and you know what to do with. But here's the thing, and this is why we do these videos, because this is these videos are essentially a vetting process. These videos are a vetting process for those that qualify for Knee Club and those that don't, because it's not for everybody. And I refuse to take the time away for the people that are in Knee Club, that are committed, that want to get better, that show up on the calls. I want my time, energy, and effort going to those people that are willing to do that type of work. And it's not for everybody, because the internet's a wild west. Here it's the Wild West. You should see. Take some time, peruse my YouTube channel, and you see some of the stuff people say. And it's fine. It doesn't hurt me. But I don't want those type of people in Neat Club to detract from those that are in Neat Club. Here's a question here from Nur Kasim, watching from Malaysia. Well, thank you. That's great. Yes, we are worldwide. I've worked with clients on 6 continents. Okay. Okay, that's what we got. So give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. You want to know what to do next? Go down below this video, sign up for the Knee Club for my newsletter. On the Knee Pain Guru, you can schedule an appointment, consultation, and then you can also sign up for Knee Club. Okay, I'm going to scoot. See who called me at the beginning. Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru. Thanking you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one.